Okay, we got 16 minutes of 56 seconds on this one. Alliteration for that ass. But yeah. So I was wondering after like a couple of videos because mind is a cute thing, very cute thing to be honest, that always finds loopholes in every reason. So I was wondering, okay, um, I'm posting videos and it's getting no attraction, no reaction. It's literally invisible. And on top of that, I said, okay, I'm not a spiritual guidance. I'm a guide. I'm not like neural scientist with 4 PhDs to back my claims. I'm just a person who loves writing, who loves knowing himself and others, and have read shit ton of books and on psychology, on marketing, has has talked to a lot of people and ventured in different languages, and it's like a ripe, not even ripe, but a raw kind of let's say potential ball of 25 years of existence. So why should my words hold any weight? And without external results, the measurement would be okay. There is no internal value to get those external results. But then I thought, okay, that's one idea. That idea is not gonna serve me towards anything. Okay, I say, okay, I'm not a spiritual guide. It is literally not even friend, but someone I knew that mocked me writing books, and he said, "Oh, wait till you're 70." Okay, do I go gather 50 PhDs to then be able to speak? Okay, see you in 50 years, I guess. And I thought, okay, that's one of the possibilities. The other possibility is that I say things from my own experience and I don't say, do this will happen. No, I say, this is my own logic. This is my invitation to grow with others and myself. If there is a better logic and kind of argumentation to be made, I'm open. I'm literally, I'm kind of okay. This is gonna be another video. I don't want to go to that rabbit hole of ego and selflessness and sacrifice and selfish, but it's gonna be another video. So I thought, okay, let's find another perspective that actually gonna get me where I want to be. Instead of waiting till I'm 70 years old to write my first book or gather 50 PhDs to have one sentence that can be backed up by science, by everyone else, let's find another way that I can actually do what I want to do and add kind of a backing to it, but doesn't sound like a fucking royal decree. It's just a fucking suggestion. And makes sense of this nagging voice in my head that, okay, you're uploading, you're wasting your time and stuff like that. I say, okay, I hear you. Let's, I'm a kind of interesting, I'm more interested in perspectives rather than solutions, which is quite odd because what fascinates me is variety of solutions. That's why I love languages, because it's just a new perspective on every single kind of thing in the world. As Jean-Paul Sartre says, nommer, ça fait exister, literally to give, to acknowledge existence, you name something, or by the naming of something, you give it existence, basically. And how it is that when you address what is with different words in different languages, you're acknowledging its existence for you to use it for your aim. Let's say there is a new star being discovered by NASA, and you immediately need to name it, because as soon as you name it, it exists. Because if you don't name it, you cannot interact with it in a sentence, in any kind of acknowledgement. So it's as good as dead, but it doesn't mean it never was there. It's been discovered and then acknowledged. So I was thinking, okay, let's find another angle of the whole situation that doesn't require me to turn 70 and write my first book. I said, okay, let's see what I'm objectively good at. I said, okay, I got like 2 master degrees, let's say, and I'm not literally rubbing this in other people's faces. That's just truth of my path so far in life, that I've wasted, spent, or just past time doing this. Um, and I said, okay, objectively, the first one is one of the best universities in my country, and the second one is top 20 universities in the world in my niche. So that gives me quite the credence, although it's not in the lane I'm talking about, but that's sort of thing that I can be objectively good at. So let's follow through with that train of thoughts. I said, okay, and okay, what was I doing to be good in this situation? And there is a funny thing I discovered. After I finished my bachelor's, I was batched with this group of kind of what you call researchers who either had their PhD or they were PhD students. And we were tasked with writing articles about what you call education psychology. And it required French, English, and I think, yeah, that was it. French and English kind of translation and kind of understanding of law and literally like research. So I questioned that why a freshly graduated bachelor boy is paired with these people who are literally, when I was 18, they were pushing 30. They were either finishing their PhD or they were studying, um, or they had finished long ago. I questioned this and I realized, okay, maybe, and my professor got me into that program. And I thought, okay, um, they like my translations, my thought patterns, everything. I had no idea about none of that shit. And funny enough, when they ranked us, I ended up rank 3 in 12 or 10 people. And this pattern made me realize something, that I didn't know shit about any of that before starting. I said, okay, this is just one thing. You cannot identify a pattern in one occurrence. It's literally called pattern between points, point to point. So let's go further. I realized, okay, there was another instance of my one of my professors in my master degree, my first master's, asked me to write a contract about franchises, like the franchise contract. I knew nothing about nothing. And I said, okay, if you say so, I'm gonna read articles on it and shit like that. And I said, okay, this is a task. I kind of like writing. Let's try writing a contract, an agreement, and stuff like that. I ended up writing two articles after like 6 months that still is being kind of literally edited and stuff like that to be turned into a book or something. That last time I heard from my professor that I literally left the whole thing after writing the contract, that these articles were literally my basic preparation of literally sketching things to what you call to write the actual contract. That was the crown jewel of the whole program between me and another PhD student's contract, both of our contracts. So we're sample of the whole, like the MVP of the whole project. And I realized, okay, there is another thing, another occurrence that this pattern repeats. There is a pattern now. The pattern emerges that I still didn't know shit. I started it anyways because of whatever. Then I realized my master degree, the first master degree, that I actually haven't defended the thesis yet because I just lost interest, was about law of property and ownership in metaverse, which was like almost 2 years ago. And I realized, okay, I didn't know shit about that either. But now, even incomplete thesis is being turned into an article because there is value and worth in it that others see that I don't see. Same thing with languages. I started learning Spanish a little bit on my own based on curiosity and challenged myself writing articles based on just Spanish sources to challenge my own Spanish knowledge. And it turned out that it got published. And I realized, okay, this is the third and fourth occurrence that I didn't know shit. I ended up doing it anyways. And the fifth occurrence was my recent thesis about cyber sovereignty and security. I didn't know what the actual fuck cyber security even fucking meant 2 or 3 months ago. No, before that. 2 or 3 months before what you call starting my thesis. That's the more accurate kind of presentation of the whole thing. And I realized, okay, I wrote the thesis. It got like 7 out of 10 grading from fucking Leiden University, which is quite strict. It's not the best grading, but it got a not only a passing grade, it's got a better than passing grade and a little bit of less than excellent grade. So another occurrence that I didn't know shit, and I fucking finished the whole thing anyways. And the nail on the coffin was 2 months ago that I didn't know what the actual fuck copywriting meant. A friend of mine suggested, and I read a couple of books on it. I already knew how to write, how to capture psychology in words and stuff like that. And voila, I wrote copies for a couple of people, improving their sales results and everything. Another fucking thing that I didn't know shit about 2 months ago, and already is still fucking paying off. Sure, I'm not becoming a billionaire out of it, but it has started with me knowing nothing and shit about nothing, and then it turned out actually great. So what the actual fuck is the difference between that and writing a book? About life, about literally anything. What I realized is that it's, let's call it for fucking my copywriting practice, life thesis. This life thesis is that The moment you start something, I'm running out of storage, but I'm gonna squeeze it in this conclusion anyways. The moment you start something, I don't know how we are wired, but the moment you start something, you fucking find a way to do it. Somehow, you fucking find a way. There is no fucking thing that you start and you wanna actually fucking finish and you don't. And I said, okay, I'm literally fucking thinking of more video ideas and stuff like that. Even this video itself, because I started it, and my fucking subconscious is literally in battle mode. That I need to fucking find the content because this is what I decided to do. This is what I like to do, and voila, here we are, a 25 years old, zero PhDs in fucking anything, and definitely not neuroscience and shit like that. Um, Trying to write life thesis and teaching others how to improve their lives. But yeah, that's the video, and bye.